Now, what does speculating look like? It's totally different. With speculating, the first thing I would do is I would find a trend. Okay. What's a trend? What's something that's popular right now, or that I think is going to be popular right now? Because I'm projecting into the future. Okay. So what's a trend? I'm going to research the trend. I'm going to try and learn as much about the trend as I can. Then I'm going to validate the trend. Okay. I'm either correct that this is a trend and that it's going to continue onward, or I'm not. And I'm incorrect and it's not going to continue. And if it's not going to continue, then I go find a new trend. If it's going to continue, I stick with that trend. Okay. So validate the trend. Then I find or make a market. For speculating to happen, there has to be a market. It's different than investing. I don't need a market to invest. I just need an investment. I need an asset that meets my criteria, regardless of if there's a market of buyers and sellers for that thing, because I plan on keeping it forever, right? With speculating, I have to be able to buy at one price, then find another party that I can sell it to at a higher price, which means there has to be a market. So I have to find a market that either already exists, or I have to go create one myself, meaning I have to go get people interested in buying it and selling it between themselves, so that that becomes a social behavior and the masses are doing it. And then I have a better chance of riding those waves, so to speak, right? So I have to find one or make one. Now, this is the point that I want to make sure everyone's aware of as a speculator. There are groups that make markets as a profession, and they're the best in the world at it. And they used outlets like the news and CNBC and your ads on social media and influencers. When you see freaking Kim Kardashian come out and saying she's investing in cryptocurrency, do you really think she researched the crypto, or do you think a market maker paid her to say that? A market maker paid her to say that, right? When you see professional athletes coming out saying, I want to get paid in Bitcoin, do you really think they really want to get paid in Bitcoin, or do you think someone's paying them to say that? Someone is paying them to say that. No different than the reason LeBron James says he eats McDonald's and drinks Sprite. We all know that's bullshit. The guy eats chicken breast and fish and vegetables, and that's it, right? It's endorsements. They're paid endorsements so that a market can be made, okay? So there are market makers. You are not, you're not one of them. I hate to say it this bluntly. You're not one of them. Okay. If you're not a billionaire, you're not one of them. George Carlin says it's a big club and you ain't invited. That's where the market makers hang out. You and I are not invited into that club. Okay. We're the pawns. We're the people that are supposed to be in the market being taken advantage of, not the ones making the market. So I either have to be very vigilant when I find one to make sure I'm going to find a market. I know I'm not the market maker, but I also know I'm not a pawn. Okay, Warren Buffett has a quote saying, if you're at the table and you can't find who the idiot is, it's you. Okay, so I have to make sure I'm not the idiot. Okay, and then otherwise, I'm going to stay out, because there's market makers that can stomp me. They can crush me. And so I have to be aware of that. Okay, when I get in, before I get in, I set my exit price. This is important. Speculating is something that I have to be unemotional about. I set my exit price. This is the price where I leave the trade no matter what. Okay. If it's a loss, I cut my loss. I take it. Okay. If it's a gain, boom, I get out. Okay. So set the exit price, then I deploy the capital, then I create market displacement. Guys, this is an indicator. When you see people going out there and pumping up, this tech company or this cryptocurrency or this NFT, they're creating market displacement. They need enough people in the pool to get the water to rise so that they can pull out their profits. Okay. Example, Gary Vaynerchuk with NFTs. Everyone loves Gary Vaynerchuk, right? Awesome. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. He's creating market displacement by telling everyone on TikTok and LinkedIn and whatever other feeds he uses, get an NFT, buy this NFT, buy that NFT. Meanwhile, you don't know he's having conference calls with Logan Paul and all these other, millionaire, billionaire influencers saying, hey, we're going to sell these guys all the NFTs and then we're going to pull out at a profit and they're going to be holding the bag. Those are real conversations that happen. That's called creating market displacement. Elon Musk did that in 2020 with his Bitcoin. He bought a bunch of it, said Tesla was going to accept it, and then he made $150 million on it, said Tesla wasn't going to accept it anymore, and then talked trash about it on Saturday Night Live and crashed it. Right? That's called creating market displacement, getting enough people in the pool to where the water rises, and then you make the exit. Okay? If you're good, you can do this over and over and over with the same trend. because again, the idiots don't know that that's happening. And so you can keep doing it over and over and over until they catch on and say, hey, we keep losing money and Elon keeps getting rich. We shouldn't buy the same stuff he buys anymore. Until they catch on, a good market maker, a good speculator is going to be able to continue that trend over and over and over with the same object. Right? So that's the game, guys. If you're wondering, what does Wealth Dynamics do? How can we actually help you? Number one, if you haven't gotten a copy of my book, Blueprint to Financial Freedom, grab one now. You can get that down in the comments in the video. You can get the link for that. Number two, we do a free course on Fridays on personal finance. Okay, you can also get the link for the description there too. And then finally, if you have a desire to start getting help walking through these different phases toward financial freedom, book a call with my team. Go to our website, set up a call. We're able to help out and answer questions. That's how we can help you. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you turn notifications on, and I will talk to you guys on the next video.